first time Michael realized habits were shaping his life, he was standing in front of a bathroom mirror at 2 a.m. His eyes were bloodshot. His stomach was tight from fast food. His desk was still cluttered with soda cans and empty chip bags. And he whispered to his reflection, "How did I get here?" He wasn't asking about the weight gain, the late bills, or the loneliness. He was asking about the truth no one had told him. Your life doesn't change when you want it to. Your life changes when your habits do. Michael Turner was 34, living in Phoenix, Arizona. He worked in customer service, the kind of job that drained him but didn't break him. Every day looked the same. Wake up late, rush to work with no breakfast, eat greasy takeout on his lunch break, scroll social media during his shift, go home, binge watch until midnight, repeat. His friends had started families. His siblings had careers. Michael had routines. But routines weren't the problem. It was the kind of routines, the kind that whispered, "Stay the same." Michael's life wasn't falling apart. And that was the problem. He wasn't in crisis. He wasn't in glory. He was stuck in the middle, comfortable misery. Comfort told him, "You're fine. At least you're not failing." But in his chest, he knew, fine isn't living. Fine is hiding. And the truth about habits is this: they don't just shape what you do, they shape who you become. And Michael was becoming someone he didn't respect. The breaking point came one morning when he climbed the stairs to his apartment and felt his chest tighten. He was only 34, but he felt 54. That night, when Michael stood in front of his bathroom mirror at 2 a.m., his eyes were bloodshot, his stomach tight from fast food, his desk still cluttered with soda cans. He stared at his own reflection and whispered, "This isn't who I want to be, but this is exactly who my habits are making me." And in that moment, images filled his mind. It was like he had been laying one brick every day without noticing, until he realized he had built a prison around himself. It was like the mirror wasn't showing him today, but 5 years from now, a man shaped not by dreams, but by the habits he repeated. It was like drifting in a boat, not rowing toward his dreams, but being carried by the current of routines that kept pulling him further away. The truth hit him harder than any rejection ever had. His habits weren't just part of his life. They were building his life. Change didn't begin with fireworks. It began with a toothbrush. Michael decided his new habit would be simple. Every morning, wake up on time, brush his teeth, drink a glass of water. That was it. It sounded ridiculous, too small to matter. But that's the paradox of habits. They don't transform you overnight. They compound. By week 2, he was waking up earlier. By week 3, he was cooking a quick breakfast. By week 4, he wasn't rushing anymore. Tiny habits don't just add up. They stack into a new life. Of course, his old self fought back. At day 10, he skipped breakfast and told himself, "See, you're still the same." Day 15, he hit snooze 3 times and almost slid back into the old pattern. Day 20, a coworker laughed. "Why are you drinking water when there's free soda?" The old voice whispered, "This won't last. You failed before. Why try again?" But Michael had learned something new. Habits aren't about perfection. They're about direction. By month 3, the changes were undeniable. He had lost 10 pounds without even trying hard, just by swapping soda for water and late-night snacks for earlier sleep. He was reading again, 1 page at a time, 1 night at a time. He felt sharper at work, calmer with customers, more patient on the phone. And one night, as he looked at his journal, he realized his life hadn't been rebuilt in one day. It had been rebuilt one choice at a time. 6 months in, Michael decided to tackle something bigger: exercise. At first, he could barely jog for a minute. His lungs burned, his legs ached. But he remembered, habits grow by showing up, not by being perfect. So he jogged 1 block, then 2, then 3. By month 8, he was running 2 miles without stopping. By month 10, his coworkers, the same ones who teased him, started asking for tips. Michael wasn't just changing his body. He was changing his identity. From the guy who never sticks with anything to the guy who keeps showing up. Here's the secret Michael discovered. Habits aren't cages. They're chisels. They don't just lock you into routines. They carve you into who you want to be. A habit of water carves health. A habit of reading carves wisdom. A habit of running carves resilience. A habit of consistency carves confidence. And little by little, Michael was carving out a new man. The first external proof came when his sister visited with her baby. Michael picked up his niece, held her high, and realized he wasn't winded. He could play on the floor. He could laugh without coughing. His sister looked at him and said softly, "Mike, you look different." And for the first time in years, Michael didn't just feel alive. He looked alive. And maybe right here, let me ask you softly, if Michael's story speaks to you, comment one word, habits, below. Let it be your anchor, your reminder. Then keep listening because this story is about you too. By year 1, Michael's habits had expanded beyond health. He was saving money, no more reckless takeout every night. He was studying online courses, one lesson at a time. He was writing something he'd once abandoned. It wasn't dramatic. It was steady. And the steadiness became its own kind of power. Here's the truth Michael's story reveals. Your future doesn't rise from your feelings. It rises from your habits. Dreams may inspire you. A motivation may push you. But habits sustain you. Because at the end of the day, your habits are the architects of your destiny. So maybe today you're staring at your own version of Michael's mirror. Tired eyes, stale routines, a life that feels fine but not fulfilling. Maybe you've been waiting for motivation to strike. Maybe you've been waiting for a big break. But maybe, just maybe, it's your habits holding the pen that writes your story. Because the day Michael changed his habits was the day his life changed with them. And maybe it's your day too. If this story spoke to you, comment habits below. Let's see how many of us are ready to begin. Hit like, subscribe for a new motivational story every day, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Together, we're building more than stories. We're building lives.